My father, when I was a kid, he explained to me once, he thought that it's really good when kids don't quite know where they fit. If a kid is too secure in their environment, they grew up maybe too self-satisfied. Whereas if there's a little bit of questioning, and I don't think he was intentionally trying to make this happen, but he just sort of knew. I grew up not quite knowing, what are we? Are we...
Yeah.
We're doing pretty well, but are we middle class? Do we have a really shitty car?
Yeah.
But we're in a nice house.
Yeah.
But I'm Irish, but I don't play hockey like all the other kids who are Irish Catholic, and they kind of don't like me. And Jewish kids really like me. I'm not an athlete. I don't quite know where I fit in to my environment. What I'm talking about is very subtle in a lot of ways, but I felt it growing up. And I think it made me, I don't know, a little try harder to tune into what other people were up to, what they were doing, something. I don't know. But I think my dad might have had a point about that. And when I think about your life, I think that's whatever discomfort I may have had, I think for you might have been like to the third power, because you were, first of all, you're born in South Korea. And when did your parents emigrate?
We emigrated 88.
Right.
Yeah. Like my dad was so impatient. He should have just waited. He owned a home in Seoul. He was doing well for himself as an architect, and he just wanted to leave so bad. My mom was like, wait till the Olympics. Maybe the housing value will go up and then you can have some money to move over here. And he was like, nope, getting out of here.
Right.
And we just jumped on a plane, went to Canada, and we're here now. And
how long were you in Canada before you?
A year.
And then you went to Michigan?
Went to Michigan, yeah. But I think the key component of all of this is that my parents didn't explain anything.
Oh, right.
Like I recently, once I had my kids, I was talking to my dad, who's the sweetest man, but he was just like talking about my son while he was standing there. My son is like 2 or 3 at the time. And he was like, oh, he doesn't know. And I'm like, he knows. He's taking in everything you're putting out. Like, he might not be able to conceptually understand it and speak to you about it, but like, he feels everything. And it made me understand. I was like, oh, you didn't explain anything. When you literally took like safety and then displaced it and didn't explain anything.
And that's a huge move for someone at such a young age to be hurled over into Canada and then make your way down to Michigan.
Yeah.
You're part of this completely different culture.
Yeah.
And were your parents fluent in English?
No. And that's the thing too, is that like the dark part of it that takes a while is like, first you're displaced, and then there's this slow separation from your parents over years. Because I get more ingratiated into this place, and they're still like stuck where they're at.
Well, you have some of that, Sona, right?
Oh, everything you're saying, I'm totally.
Because your parents came from Armenia to.
Well, they came from Istanbul. Both of them did. Yeah, my dad came in the 60s. My mom came in the 70s. They got married here. Had both me and my brother here, but they're still very like. I mean, when your parents immigrated here, they probably went towards where other Koreans were, which is what my family did with Armenians. And so, it's the exact same thing. You know, it's like, how much do you assimilate? How much do you stay true to who you are? And it's
and
hard.
What feels like a betrayal.
Yes.
Is it a betrayal that you became so, you're such a, some of your values are probably very different from your parents.
Very different. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Total lack of morality.
Okay,
anyway,
well,
seriously, whatever.